Hi friends, today we're gonna be getting ready with me to go to my hometown for Easter. I don't use any primer. I'm gonna use this lotion, which I'm almost out of. I feel like it's a strange feeling as an adult to come back to your hometown. I think a lot of people can relate to that. People will meet you at one point of your life and they'll have that version of you locked into their brains, and that'll be the only version of you that they'll think of. And you might have grown and changed and become a different person entirely, but it doesn't matter to them. And that's always so tough to think about. This L'Oreal True Match for the foundation. It's taken a lot of growing and changing to get to the point where I'm proud of the person who I've become. And it's hard to think about the fact that there are so many people in my life who have this old version of Olivia in their head. Yeah, Fenty concealer in shade We're Even. I'm also using this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in Fair because I'm pale as a ghost. It does not improve the look. Why is it? Like, I notice other girlies do too. Like, I feel like my mouth just like drops open whenever I'm blending, doing mascara. I'm like what is it? I typically use a pressed powder, but I'm out of it. What's you guys' views on visiting your hometown? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, am I the only person who like fears going home sometimes? I mean, there's certain parts that I like about it, but like on the whole, it makes me uncomfortable. If you love visiting your hometown, please tell me why. Like, I need to reframe this in my mind, maybe. I try to do that with most things I get uncomfortable with, like new things or just things that are making me uncomfortable, nervous, scared, etc. I try to reframe it in my mind and like get a new perspective on it, which I've tried to do. Maybe there's some more powder left on this. Maybe it'll help. And also I'm like packing my stuff while I'm getting ready. So like brushes, I gotta keep it organized because otherwise I go a little crazy. My little brush container, I got this for Christmas from my mama. And then this is where I'm putting like all my Bath and Body and makeup products. I really like seeing my whole family. My family, I'm blessed. Like, they all live really close. I have like friends and people I know where it's like their family's like an ocean away, or they're spread out over the US, which if you don't live in the US, it's huge. So it's hard to get family together sometimes if you like have family that lives across the country. But I always like seeing my family around the holidays. I have like a smaller family. We have like maybe 12 people, which I think is smaller. I know some people who have like 50 people, and that's like the base. Like, their extended family is even more, which I think I would like to be a part of a bigger family. Yeah, and I used CoverGirl True Blonde Sweet Seduction in an attempt to make myself look less like a ghost. The nicest Ulta employee ever at Target. She literally spent like a half hour trying to help me figure out like a bronzer that would work for my paleness and would not make me look like an orange. Easter in my family is like church, egg hunt, brunch, try not to get high off of all the sugar, like a sugar high. Though I may be 23, I still enjoy doing all the little things. And then also, I think it's important for the younger kids, especially in like smaller families, they don't feel as obligated to do those fun Easter things if like the older kids, which I'm an adult now, not a kid by any sense of the word, but I was like, Mom, we gotta encourage them. So we're doing like hiding the empty eggs, and whoever finds the most eggs is the winner. Also, I just watched Companion with Sophie Thatcher, which I'm obsessed with her. She's an amazing actress. Her performance, incredible, left me speechless. And that, the guy, whatever his name was, he did a good job too, because I hated him. Is an actor given this role because it's like their natural state, or are they just a really good actor? Yeah, I've spent like half the day lazing around, but I needed that. I think when you work in healthcare, I mean, I'm not a nurse, which they are the real backbone of the healthcare system. Shout out to all the nurses out there. You guys deal with the craziest stuff. Like, the nurses on my floor will be like, yeah, my patient punched me today. I'll be like they're the backbone. Though I do not do as much as the nurses do. You still need like a break from people after working in healthcare. And previously I was a bartender. Yeah, I have nightmares sometimes about that job. Like, I'll literally have nightmares and I'll be like, like, it's, I don't know about anyone else, but like when I have nightmares about old jobs, it's usually like the shift that never ends, or it'll be someone asking for a drink that I don't know how to make. I worked 2 bartending jobs. I worked like at the club and then also at like a resort. And the resort one, I really got to like get the craft cocktail skills down pat, because I'd be like the only person in there. And so like some nights, like I would either be studying for the RD exam or like practicing making drinks. The old fashioned, not a hard drink to make, but people have a lot of opinions about it, or they'll try to ask for it without some of the ingredients. Like, just get whiskey on the rocks. Don't make it sweet. Whiskey on the rocks then. Calm down. Like, you're asking for a 3-ingredient drink for that one of the ingredients. Like, hello. I think being a bartender though did make me more comfortable in my hometown, because I would see people from like high school or middle school or elementary school, and like I have a very good memory. Like, I may not remember your name, but I will remember a face forever, right? So people will come up to me that I'll remember, and sometimes I would say hi. Like, I'd be like, hey, what's up? I know you. And they would look a little surprised and they would act like they didn't know me, which is fine. You're not gonna remember everyone, especially like I was very quiet in high school, and when I did talk, probably shouldn't have. I don't know, I think we're our own worst critics, but she's a little brutal. She was a little brutal back in the day. But I feel like you have to like have the cringe, the weirdness to like come, like it's like the caterpillar before the butterfly. You see what I'm saying? I think that made me a little bit more comfortable. But sometimes when I see people, I don't know if I should say hi or not, because like I'm a friendly person, and if I recognize you, I kind of think it's rude to like not acknowledge someone, but then they might not remember me. And then also sometimes when you're out and about or just trying to get your errands done, you don't want to see some random person who you half remember from high school and be like, hi, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know. But there are some people where it's like I see them out and I know that they'll be glad to see me, like past friends that I'm no longer like that close to, but it's like being like, hey, like, how's it going? Because it doesn't have to be a long conversation. Like, it doesn't have to be like a mom stopping in the grocery store talking to, I don't know, Bethany what's her face for 5 hours. Like, it could just literally be like, hey, like, hope you're doing well, bye. But yeah, also I'm using this Jason Wu palette. This is my Natasha Denona palette. I accidentally dropped her on the floor, like a tile bathroom floor, and like a ton of it got broken. But I kind of just put it back in there. Ooh, I want to just exfoliate my lips a little bit. I've been using this since like 8th grade, these like e.l.f. self-contained lip scrubs. I have other ones, like I really enjoy the ones from Lush, especially, ooh, Claire got me this one for, my sister got me this for Christmas, Sticky Dates. She smells amazing. But it gets everywhere. Like, this is self-contained. Like, I can just grab it and just, I'm not sure if you're supposed to eat it, but I do. Some of this, the Body Shop Born Lippy Strawberry. I have never, knock on wood a million times, never seen an ex-boyfriend out in the wild. This Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. I've tried every setting spray in the book. I've tried the Urban Decay, the Maybelline. Like, I have tried everything. This is the only thing that locks it in for me for my like skin type. I have like dry, acne prone skin. So, but anyway, I think that is a tough thing for some people, is seeing old like flames in your hometown. But I never had, like I was explaining before, high school was a rough time. I would not have had a boyfriend. Honestly, like, what do you even say if you see like an ex-flame? Like, I was talking to my girls about this the other day because I had a recent breakup, and I was like, what do I even say? Like, I got done dirty in this particular one, and there are other times where like I've done other people dirty. So I'm like, do you say hello? Do you do like the like what do you do? I don't know. I've thought about it, and like, you know those dreams where you have where you see the person and you look so good and they look so trash, and you're like ooh, I moved on, I'm doing great now. I have those all the time. But I don't know if like that wouldn't actually make me feel better if that happened in real life. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't fix what happened. It doesn't make anything better. For my mascara, as you can see, I have like 50 million mascaras. I never throw anything away. I don't know what expiration dates are. But, I just layer a bunch. I try to do like thicker, fluffier ones combined with like thinner brushes. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I'm gonna start off with this L'Oreal Voluminous Original, and she has like a big, thick, fluffy brush. I like spring and fall better than summer and winter. And spring is just such a time of like rebirth and change. And I feel like a lot of my biggest life changes also happen to coincide with the fall and the spring. And also, I use this Pacifica Beauty Vegan Collagen. Next, I'm gonna do this like hot pink Great Lash and Roll by e.l.f. And this is what it looks like. It's supposed to be kind of like the Benefit Roller Lash. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with the Panorama Waterproof. Like, lock in all the other layers. I'm gonna just brush out my hair. And that's it. That's the final look for today. I'm curious to hear what you guys' thoughts are. I'm visiting your hometown, and you know, it's just a lot. It's a lot to take in. So I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are. But I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.